welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Um, yeah, it's your boy Merlin, man. I'm back with another video. I thought I'd give you two videos in one day, obviously, because man's about the man. But yeah, this one's it's a bit more tough. You know what I mean? A bit more intellectual. But I want to talk about the economy or money, to be example. Money versus morals. I feel like has to be talked about. Yeah, right now I think there's a massive battle between morals and money that nobody wants to talk about. I think we need to have an understanding of why sometimes those things juxtapose a lot at the even at the highest levels, highest of like corporations to the lowest of work placements. I think it's very important that we know the distinctions and know the situations and know the differences are there's the differences and the similarities in situations. Yeah, the similarity situation. Ah, fuck's sake. But yeah, I just think it's very important that we do talk about these things. I think it's crazy to feel that these days that we are constantly fighting with each other. That none of us are willing to make some of us are willing to make the moral decisions, but like maybe like 5 or 15% of the total population probably do that. Because at the end of the day, bills ain't got no silver spoons, as Kendrick Lamar famously said. Do you know what I mean? People can't understand. Like the bills will always come. They'll always come between each other. Bills will always do that. I've known too many people just saying, "Hey man, I'm just here to pay my bills. I'm just here to do my job." I think I watched the Michael Moore documentary about capitalism, the 2008. I think I'm not talking about the whole documentary, but there's one specific moment that I want to talk about. There was this guy boarding up houses that the bank foreclosed upon because obviously the bank is broke. Because let's just love banks, bro. I love banks, but there's a moment of like, people questioning why do you brought it up? Why do you come here? Why do you not just let us in? Even though because it's the bank's fault. I have people paying off their mortgage in this area. And obviously, this was a very probably like working class area. And he just says, "I got my bills to pay," and that was very interesting to me because I probably heard this like thousands upon times of, "I've got bills to pay, so we're gonna make immoral decisions." And I think that's very important of we to understand. We can't allow this to continue in society. This money versus morals. It's turning people evil. It's turning people black of heart. It's turning people into people we shouldn't even associate with, because they're always going to choose money over everything. And the way this is the worst thing, the more the thing about our society is the worst, is that we are choosing our money over morals. And I don't blame people. Do you know what I mean? If I have bills to pay and a month and a family to feed, I'll choose immoral decisions as well. But I just think we should really get voice to this. We should really have like, this is a general problem that everybody faces. Everybody's got bills to pay. Everybody's got something to pay off. Nobody wants to make the real moral decisions of like, I want to do something right. What if that guy I talked about earlier didn't board up those houses? Let people stay the night. Let people stay as long as they could and have like a roof over their heads over there. Imagine that. Imagine if this guy had that. Imagine if he had that. Imagine if he just said, "Oh, I'm not gonna board up these places. I'm just gonna leave them open." Imagine that, huh? I just think there's so many people who've snaked and ratted out people at workplaces because they got bills to pay and they're trying to chop people's heads off, so they're not the one on the chopping block themselves. I think there is unbelievable amount of ignorance in this world right now, purely on the fact that our bills have become chains. That's what our bills have become. They've become chains. Nobody wants to talk about how restricting this kind of society mode is, that a lot of the working class and middle class have become money funnelings, and obviously a lot of people have it good and stuff like that. Maybe people don't have lesser bills, but I want everybody to have lesser bills. I want everybody to think to themselves, I can still make my rent in this month. I can still make my bills in this month, even if I make a moral decision that goes against the company. That's my thing about it. Bro, I can't believe what has happened. We've become a people enslaved by money. And this is a big statement, but our bills have become chains. That's what I feel like. And I don't feel like we should have this idea anymore. We should have this kind of looming over us. I want a cheaper world. What's the point of the economy if it's just going to hurt people? I want people to live outside the environment. Live outside the world for once. And I tell people all the time, it's like, if you want to feel different, you want to have a spiritual awakening or something like that, I want you to go outside the city. Go outside where there isn't bright lights. Just go outside and just kind of like in the middle of the night, just look up. And just think to yourself, that goes on forever. Space goes on forever. And it's never ever reaching. And we are a tiny molecule, maybe, if I give us any credit, maybe pin in the grand painting of the universe. But even a pin would be too large for us. You're not going to change anything about that up there. Nothing will change. You ain't going to change the universe. You ain't going to change nothing. Nothing will change. But I think if we can't change our world and the change we want to be, the change we want to be, then what's the point? If we're just going to continue to hurt people because we think our whole environment is that we live and breathe this whole entire thing, that we wake up and do a 9 to 5 and that's my environment, that's my reality, that I can't be anything else, then I don't want to be part of it. Because I know I could be more. I know you can be more. I believe everybody I meet who has a dream. I think dreams are so important. But I digress, man. I really want to get back to the point of what I was saying, man. My bills have become chains. And if anybody does pick this up before I like that, that's what I feel. I look around and look at people who are willing to make a moral decision to save their own backsides because they don't want to be on the chopping block. But the ones who don't care about their jobs and stuff like that are the most free. The people who have the most love, who have the most energy, who have the most anything. I don't really care about that anymore. I don't understand why it's so important for people to come in to workplaces and just keep making moral decisions. So that's what this society has become. Making immoral decisions. How many moral decisions has a corporation made to pollute our world? How many immoral decisions has Nike or something else make, or one of these big corporations have made because they want to go have a shoe shop deal? I don't care what any of these things do, man. If you making money because you want to make more profit than go to a sweatshop, then what's the point of you? You're just evil. You're not making anybody's lives better. You make people's lives worse. What if you do? I don't mind you having a sweatshop, but what if you're paying the same amount as American wages and get these lives back in order? Get these lives a chance that they will never see. And once again, man, it's money over morals these days, and that's so unbelievably sad. That we have to live in a world, we have to bring up children in this world that a lot of time people are chained up and they can't see it because it's just their reality now. I don't usually agree with Kanye sometimes, but Kanye is right. Sometimes we are the new slaves when it comes to money. I think he's one of the biggest slaves as well. I don't understand. Like, we are so ready to give up morals and principles over nothing, over a paycheck. It's either going to be stockholders' fault, it's either going to be somebody else's fault, it's either going to be somebody's manager's fault, somebody else's fault. It's always going to be somebody else's fault until it's not yours. I just think, man, we need to realistically wake up and just one day and just say we had enough. I want to live in a world where I can make my own decisions without being hurt. I will put it to you. Would you be a good moral person over money? Listen, man, I don't think I would be either, man. These bills are too high and these bills are everything, but it's really sad that we have to live in a world like this. It's been your boy Merlin. Obviously, once again, follow your own opinion, follow your own interests. I don't want you to be anybody else but yourself. It's been your boy Merlin, and I'll probably see you later.